Hi dollies, I'm looking like a dolly. Oh, to my December, like you. When was the last time I beat my face? Like, I look so good. Okay, so I'm gonna need you guys to pretend that vlogmas 11 didn't happen because it actually didn't happen. I spent the whole of yesterday, okay, I can't say that on camera, but like I spent the whole of yesterday doing nothing. I was rotting the whole day, and then I ended up drinking in the evening, and it was just a mess. I kept telling myself, in the next hour I'm gonna film, in the next hour I'm gonna film, in the next hour I'm gonna film, and then I just didn't, and there was just nothing that I could film, like just sitting at home doing nothing. So vlogmas 11 didn't happen, and today is vlogmas 12. That's where we're at. We can just pretend that vlogmas 11 got deleted, like anything. Okay, so I am on Instagram live right now. I have about 123 viewers, right? And I was feeling like really down, and usually if I'm feeling like sad or anything, I just go on my Instagram live and I feel better, you know, because I live alone and it's just weird most of the time. So yeah, anyway, so I went on live and I was like, oh guys, please cheer me up, I feel so sad, I don't know what to film, I'm not going anywhere, and like I just don't know what to film, and I know that if I don't film I will like feel very disappointed in myself, sort of. So I then came up with an idea to do an assumptions tag, but via Instagram live. So they're gonna be asking me questions live. Yes, guys. And if you're usually quiet on Instagram live, please ask me the questions, okay? Okay. So they're gonna send their assumptions about me, and okay, I'll be rude though. I'm waiting for you guys right now. Okay, someone just asked me a question. I'm gonna answer it. Princess was like, are you enjoying your iPhone 11 Pro Max? Is it worth an upgrade from an XX? I personally would have wanted the XS. The only reason why I got an 11 Pro was because my contract was still under my gran, and obviously I didn't want that anymore, because now I'm like fully like independent. So then I just got out a new contract, and obviously I just got the latest phone. I was never gonna buy an XS over the 11 Pro, but I'm not too sure. I don't know if I enjoy it though. Like, it's just weird because I had a really good camera on my old phone, which was the iPhone 8 Plus, and this camera is just really weird. So yeah, you have this question. Okay, I'm not gonna speak about it. You are a sucker for love. I am. I think I used to be, like, I still really love, but I think now I'm not too sure. I really love, but the dynamics in a relationship are just really weird for me, because most of the time I just don't have time for like relationships and stuff, and come across as very like nonchalant. And if we're having issues, I'm just like, I just shut down completely, because I'm just like, yo, I've actually got things to do. So it is a little tricky now in terms of like where I'm at in my life, and yeah, it's just weird because I really want to get married and stuff, but we gonna wait. Oh, I got one. Well, it's a question really. What kind of a friend are you? Are you the quiet type, or no, not necessarily, but I describe myself as like the very wise friend. I always have like advice, and yeah, but I'm just generally that person. Like, a lot of people want to confide in me. Like, you'll find that I don't even know you that well, but like I know your whole life story because you've just told me, and I'm just like, shit, I don't know what to do, because I'm not like that at all. So it's very hard for me to open up and stuff, and I know that in every relationship it can't just be like taking or whatever. So then the other person always ends up feeling like it's one-sided, whereas I'm just like, but I didn't ask you to tell me. So it's like, it's weird. It gets a little weird, but like I am more of like the listener. But I'm also I do talk like a lot. Like, if something's happening in my life, I'll call my closest friends and I'll be like, girl, this is what's happening. So it depends. It depends on the relationship. Next assumption is you'd much rather be around people and don't really enjoy your own company. I wouldn't actually say that. I really enjoy my own company. Like, I'm happiest when I'm alone. But I think, okay, so this is what moving to Joburg has shown me, right? I've always said to myself, I prefer to be alone. I'm alone. I do things by myself. And then when I moved to Joburg, I just got like really lonely. And I felt it. Like, I felt that, yo, diakoa right now. So I realized that it's easy to say you prefer being alone and that you're a loner when you have an option, right? So you have an option to just like go in your room, or you have an option to go out alone or whatever. But it's a different story when you don't have an option, like when you're just alone, like it's just you in this house and it just feels so big and you don't have someone to go out with. So if I have an option, I want to do stuff alone. But if I don't have an option, like it really gets to me. So I don't know if that makes sense, but hopefully it does. This is a question. How do you feel about SA influencers? I don't know if you know Ella. She talked about how SA YouTubers are mean and cliquey. She talked about what happened to her at the Scarlet Hill launch. I say, I haven't watched the video, but I know that, for example, if I get to an event, I usually go alone because I just usually do things by my own, just in general. And I guess like it's a natural thing to do, to just stick with the people that you know. But I also know that you have to put yourself out there. You can't just get to an event and think that people are gonna like be like, how was it? I was so corny. Like, it's not like that. Like, I don't think it's like that anyway. So I just feel like you do have to sort of put yourself out there, and regardless of who you are, like, and how many followers you are and whatever, if you see someone that you like and whatever, just speak to them. And like, you need to be like very like open to forming like relations. So when you get to events, you're not like sitting alone, and it's not weird, and you don't feel like people are cliquey, because I've never had an experience where someone has come up to me and been like, hey, what's up? You know, like, I mean, I'm always just like, hey, yeah, let's chill. And everyone I know really in the influencer scene is like that as well. I've never experienced any sort of hostility or anything. So I don't know. Assumptions you like to chill with young guys. I don't know, I just don't find old men like relatable. So it's weird, you know, like it's just really weird. The conversations are weird. And yeah, I do like chilling with people I find like most relatable. You date someone with a kid or kids. Okay, this is no longer like an assumptions tag. I think it's more of like a Q&A / assumptions tag. So okay, it doesn't really matter. Anyway, I personally would not, because I grew up in like a blended family, and it was really tricky, you know. And I always think that, because my mom is like a really good person, like everyone knows she's like the best person, and if that's something that was tricky for my mom, like being herself, I just can't imagine like what it would do to me, because I'm a nice person, but I'm not the nicest person. So so I personally I don't want that for myself. You feel insecure about your body whenever you put on some weight. That's an assumption. I think like anyone does, you know, but it's gotten to a point for me where I don't really care anymore, because, you know, like I said this, I think I was on my Instagram live, that I've been on a diet my whole entire life. Like, from the time I probably was 13 or something, I was on a diet, you know. And I grew up in a family that like used to body shame me. And I know it's not like, I don't think my family like are bad people, but it used to be a thing. Like I just used to be that person, like, you know. And that's what my brother would say if he wanted to like tease me or whatever. He'd just say like, I was doing or whatever. So when I lost the weight, like naturally, like when I went, like, you know, when you go through like puberty, whenever you lose some weight because you have low legs and back, whatever. So when I lost the weight, people stopped calling me that, but because it's what I've heard like so much in my life, like it became my identity. And I look back at photos where I was actually like, my body was actually so nice and I wasn't as fat as I am. Like when I look at the photos, I'm just like, am I mad? Like, did I really think I was fat here, you know? So then for me, like, it just switched everything up, and I was just like, you know what, whatever body I'm in, I'm gonna love it, and I'm gonna feel sexy, because honestly, is it gonna take me looking back and being like, yo, I actually used to have it so good, you know? So I'm not so insecure anymore. I used to be very self-conscious, but I don't care anymore. Like, I genuinely don't care. Like, this is me, this is my body. Everything that I don't like is still me, so I don't really care. I feel like you're only saying this because you were probably on my Instagram live last night. I was a little high. Let's move on. When you were a teenager, you've snuck out for a boy or a party. Never, ever, 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 ever. I was never that child. Like, I mean, the most I'd do is like bunk school, you know, but I'd never like sneak out because I was just so afraid of my mom. I was so afraid of disappointing because I'm like only girl child. So, my mom would go on and on about like how proud she is of me and things like that. So I never wanted to lose that. So I was just always scared to do anything. Like, I'd never sneak out. Even if I went out, I always wanted to be home early. I was actually a good child, like, believe it or not. Super generous and do it without expecting anything. Oh, tiny. I am generally very generous. Like, I think for me, it's so crazy because my boyfriend and I were having this conversation yesterday. Like, he was like, what are the moments are you most like happy, you know? And I said to him, I'm actually really happy when I can do something for someone else and like just seeing how happy it makes them, you know? Which is why I don't really like ungrateful people, whatever. Or if I do something for you and you're just like, oh, thanks, you know? I want you to feel it, you know? Because that's what I feed off of. So I am generous because that's what makes me happy. Like, giving really makes me happy. You're very kind, Kay, and authentic. That's my assumption. Oh, see ya. Guys, nyankomisa. Oh my god. I think so. I don't know. I generally I am like a kind person though. I think, yeah. Okay, my intentions are always good. Like, just generally my intentions are always good. I'm not like malicious or in unless like it's like petty stuff. Like, you know, if you're fighting with like your boyfriend or whatever, then you can be like a little bitter. But it's nothing hectic. So I think generally, yeah. Okay, are you a mean influencer because at the Bernini event people were acting up? Yo, first of all, I was not at the Bernini event. I'm with Brutal, so it would have been weird for me to go to a Bernini event. So I think I saw that on Twitter, but like I didn't follow up because I wasn't on Twitter that day. This is a question: would you mind a polygamous marriage? I don't like sharing, so I probably would. How would you feel if you found out you can't conceive? You. Growing up, right, I always used to be a person that used to love children. Like, I used to love babies. Even till this day, like, I can't walk past a baby. I have to look at it. I'll ask to hold it. And like, people in my family would always say things like, I was standing and it was you know, and I growing up, that's what I always heard, right? To a point where I started believing that, and I was just like, maybe like I won't have children, and also like my period is like really light, you know, and I'm just like, yo, I really like I won't have children. And then I started going to the guy and tell her like what I think, whatever. She's just like, there's no reason for you to even feel like that. Everything seems normal. And she ran some tests, whatever, and she was like, everything seems normal. Don't let people, like, it's a superstition. Like, there's no need for you to believe that. So I would be very hacked, but at the same time, I don't know, I'd probably just adopt or something. I don't know. I don't think it's the end of the world really anymore. You're a super chilled and really approachable person. I am really chill, but I don't think I'm approachable because I am like a little awkward sometimes. You don't want to have kids. I want to have kids with all my heart, so that assumption is false. You're very independent, completely. Like, I'm the most independent time like in the world. But I like being taken care of like sometimes, but I think just like I've always been independent, but for me now, independence is no longer like a choice type thing. I have to be. I don't have a choice. So I think that that's the thing with like independence. You can't switch it on and off and be like, okay, you know, I have someone that's gonna take care of me, or someone that's taking care of me, and then but I'm still like independent. I don't like depending on people, even if I feel like, even when I don't have to be like independent, I still feel like I always need to be independent because people are weird and people switch up like all the time. So yeah. Umuntu alright, okhulumayo like a lot, and you seem kind-hearted, and you seem like a mama's baby. I'm not a mama's baby, because I'm firstborn, so like I have like a lot of responsibilities, so I'm not really like a mama's baby like that. But like my mom is my best friend, but she's more my best friend than she is someone that I need to like mother me, and she's more my friend really. Okay, I think this is the question. If a guy was a billionaire and ugly, would you marry him for his money or love? Ew. Like if he's rich and ugly, like bruh, daughter is in his pocket. I don't really care. I mean, if he was rich and probably like a murderer, I wouldn't marry him, you know. But if he's just rich and ugly, of course I would. Like, yo, everyone wants a rich nigga like that. If your friend or best friend does something that is horrible to you, do you fake the love or do you confront her? I no longer have it in me to like confront people. I just feel like people know when they're doing something like wrong, and I just, especially if I feel like you were the one that's wrong, you know. But obviously if I'm the one that's wrong, I will like reach out to you and try like fix things with you. But I just don't think there's just no time to be following up on people that like do you dirty and know that they've done you dirty. So yeah. Your current relationship makes you extremely happy. It does. Do you ever experience bullying when growing up? Yo, guys, I actually did. Yo, I remember I was in primary school and there was this girl called, I don't even want to say her name because, that girl, like, one traumatizer. She used to bully me so much, and she used to, like, I don't even know why she was bullying me, because I actually genuinely don't know why she was bullying me, but she was always trying to provoke me and always trying to get me to, like, fight with her. And I can't fight and stuff, so yeah, it was just hectic. Do you think what you're doing now will financially sustain you until you're 30 plus? You know, if I'm being completely honest, like, I don't think about life that way anymore, you know, because I used to be that person. I used to be very hands-on, and I used to, like, you know, really worry about the future and, you know, what I'm going to be doing and what I'm doing and whether it will, like, sustain me and whatever. And I'm really not that person anymore. I think, like, I just got to a point where God has done so much for me already. So there's no need for me to worry. And guys, I don't worry about anything here. I genuinely don't. And I know, like, to some people it sounds like very passive, but I just don't worry, and I can't explain it any further than that. Like, there's no need for me to worry because everything that I have and everything that I have going on for me currently was never part of my plan. So yeah, it's just that. What do you use to take your pictures with, and what app do you use to edit them? I think I've answered this question like 100 million times. Photos with my camera now, which is the Canon M50, and sometimes my iPhone 11, but yeah, and I edit via Lightroom. So to filter, I edit via Lightroom, and to smoothen sometimes, because they've got like a really nice smoothening filter which doesn't like make it look like too much. So sometimes I put it through Facetune as well, just to like clean it up, smoothen it up, whiten the background, you know, whatever. You bought your car, did you already know how to drive? Yes, guys. I did my license last year, I think it was August, and then I got my car in April. And I used to drive my mom's car around, but she just got weird about it. Like, she was just like, jalo, like she would never want me to drive without her, which was weird for me, because I was just like, I can actually drive. And I was just like, you know what, actually, let me not drive people's cars. Let me just wait till I get my car and go back. So yeah. I've got 2 younger brothers and like some half sisters and stuff. You're open to making new friendships, but would never shoot your shot at making a new friend. I think just like my personality, that's not really like in my personality. I don't like bothering people, and I don't like feeling like to people. But I am open to making new friends. I just don't like weird people. I think I said this on Twitter. I'm just like, just don't be weird, you know, because I found that like once I started being like an influencer, whatever, people like umuntu would be your friend and then constantly ngicela ngishutha, ngicela ungidetailer, ngicela ngenze makeup, ngicela ngenze lokhu, ngicela ngenze like, and I'm just like, bruh, can we just chill, you know? Like for me also, this is my job. Like oh, you don't want to do my makeup because what, and it's just like, why are we friends? Like, why are you my friend, you know? So I did like sort of become a lot more guarded with who I allow into my life and stuff. So it's a little tricky. So it's a little tricky, but yeah, I'm still always open to new relationships because I know a lot of people are genuine and stuff. So yeah. Is this a deep wave? How do you keep the curls so nice and not puffy? This is just curly hair. That's how they described it. So what I did this morning, actually, I actually didn't know that this product was as good as it is. So it's the Moroccan oil. It's the Moroccan oil curl defining cream. What I did is I wet my hair and then I put the cream on it. So initially I didn't really like this product because when I put it on, it felt heavy on the hair. So like it just felt sticky and I was just like, oh, it's not the one, right? And then obviously I've been wearing this hair like the whole day since I did it this morning. So I ran water through it and then I put the cream on it and it set like this and whatever. But I'm really impressed. Like I'm really impressed with it. And nothing for me has ever kept my hair in this state for this long, because usually by the day, because I'm a person that always likes playing with their hair as well, so by the time like it's 5. So not an assumption, but would you ever share your current relationship on full blast with your followers? I don't think so. Like I probably wouldn't, for so many reasons, like so many reasons. The first one is that I don't want to overwhelm the next person, because like I'm like a public figure sort of, you know, and everything that I do, whatever goes on my profile, whatever, like I'm a lifestyle sort of influencer now, and so I wouldn't want to subject like the next person to that in general, right? But also like I just feel like it's my job, you know. So Instagram and just social media in general for me is no longer like personal. It is very personal because it is me at the end of the day, but it's my job, you know. Like there's no need for me to be sharing, like there's no need, you know. So if I really was keen on, you know, sharing that side of me and whatever, then I'd probably start like another Instagram where I'd share my relationship, my family or whatever. But for me, it's not something that I'm like interested in right now, so no. You'd manage in a long distance relationship? I've been in a few, right? And I think long distance relationships are really great if you're trying to build like really solid foundations in your relationship, because I realized that with my past long distance relationships, like I really got an opportunity to get to know the person, you know. Like when you're dating someone and you guys see each other all the time, whatever, it becomes more about like the physical, and you guys, even the conversations that you guys have, like you guys could be chilling in the same room and you guys could be spending quality time together, but at the same time you're not really speaking about like yourselves, you know. You could be like watching TV, you could be speaking about like just general what happened during the day, chats, whatever. So I find that with a lot of long distance relationships, there's a lot more opportunity for you to get to know the person on a deeper level, and so the foundations are really strong. But right now, I personally, I don't want to do long distance relationship, EMB, because I actually sort of am in a long distance relationship, but it gets, I've just found that long distance relationships are really lonely, because in your head you have someone, right, but they're not really there. So it's like, it kind of sucks, you know. It's like I'd much rather not have anyone and know that I actually don't have anyone. So I'm on the fence a little bit about it, but yeah. Congrats on your achievements this year. Thank you. I must cut my hair again. Yo, you prefer male friends as opposed to female friends? Not really. I actually have really good male friends and I've got really good female friends as well. I'm not really, but fun. People are people in general, but yeah, get fun. It's get fun. I actually like having female friends because you can go out with female friends, and male friends, you can go out with them, but like it's weirdish, you know. Like it's nice being with the girls. Like I am like a girls person, you know. I enjoy being around women, so I probably prefer female friends, but I do have a lot of close male friends as well. How do you deal with people who call you out because you don't meet their expectations in real life? I've never experienced that, so I don't know. Would you go back to school? I actually do want to go back to school next year, but I'm trying to do a lot of things next year, so I probably won't have the time. But like, I'm on the fence about it. Like, I don't know. If I find something that I like, that I'm interested in learning more about, that's the only reason why I'd go to school. But for any other reason, no, probably wouldn't. What could you advise someone who wants to be a YouTuber? Be yourself. Be yourself. I tried it. I tried going onto YouTube with this mentality of, you know, like how most YouTubers like really like got like really high energy and they papapile sort of, you know. And I went on there thinking that that's what I needed to be. It made me so tired and anxious, and like I was just like, I can't do this. And that's why I mean, as much as I didn't have like the right equipment or whatever, but that really affected my consistency because I was trying to be someone else and it was tiring. And so just be yourself. Whoever wants to watch you will watch you. People that don't want to watch you won't watch you. So I think that's all I can say. Assumption, you're a perfectionist. It has to be super great or else you're not putting it out there. I used to be like that, but I'm no longer like that anymore because one, sometimes I've just got deadlines I have to meet, and I don't have a choice, you know. But generally I will try my best, but even if it doesn't get to like my best, I'll put it out there and try harder the next time, because honestly, thinking like that, you'll never put anything out. So I gave that up a long time ago. What makes you stay true to your authenticity? Okay, I think this is the last question I'm gonna take, and this is my final. I'm gonna drop the mic after this. I'm joking. It's just easy for me to answer because I was having this conversation with my boyfriend yesterday. I think that if you aren't being yourself, you miss out on so many things that are for you, right? And I think for me, it's been easy to see this because of, you guys, if I started explaining like my life and just how much like of a testimony it is, everything that has happened for me, everything that is happening for me right now only happens because I'm myself and just purely like myself. Campaigns that I've worked on, whatever, I always ask. I think it's very important to ask, so how do you guys go about choosing the people that you work with in this campaign, whatever? And they always say, oh no, because you spoke about this and you did this and whatever. And I'm just like, oh shit, actually. In those moments, I really just thought I was just like being myself and just doing my own thing or whatever. But then someone out there saw that and they were like, actually, this is the person that I need to work with because A, B, and C. So, there's a lot of things that I can say, but like another example, you know what happened with the KFC couple? That guy was just proposing to his girlfriend. He didn't know, like he didn't think anything of it. Imagine if he went now, took a loan, he's not being himself by doing all of that, right? Imagine if he had done that, he would have never, ever, ever received the amount of blessings that he received on that day, or they received as a couple. You know, he didn't care about what people thought, you know, because he just thought, okay, maybe my girlfriend likes KFC and maybe this is where we came for our first date, or, you know, it could be whatever reason, but he did it because he was being himself, you know, and he just got so much from that. So yeah, if you're just yourself, nothing will ever miss. Yeah, I think that is it from me for today. I feel so much better actually. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you were on my Instagram live, thank you so much for your questions. Thank you so much for everyone that's watching. Thank you so much for everyone that sent in the questions, and yeah, so I'll see you in my next video. Bye.